Hey guys, and today I'm going to be showing you the 10 things that filmmakers use to get more work. And this applies whether you're a filmmaker that's just starting out or you're already established and you just want new ways of getting more clients. We're covering strategy as well as some simple tips and tricks that some of you may not be doing. Make sure you stay tuned until tip number 1 because that's when I reveal a strategy that we use to provide a consistent, predictable cash flow within our business so that you don't need to worry about where your next job is coming from and you have a consistent stream of work coming into your business. So let's kick this off with tip number 10. Now, tip number 10 is Facebook and Instagram. And although this might be an obvious one, for most of you, you're not using it properly. For instance, you want to be posting content that will really engage your audience. They don't want to see photos of you going down at the pub at the weekend or watching the football or whatever it is that you do. They only want to see things that are relating to the work that you do. So if you're a freelance camera op or whether or not you've got your own production company, only post things relevant to that. Screenshots of your recent project is a really good one. And also this has worked really, really well for a good friend of mine, Max Howard. His page is looking amazing and you can see he's got his very unique style, and as a result of that he gets picked by some huge brands in the motorcycle world, and because he lives and breathes that lifestyle, and it's evident to see throughout his Instagram page. So it's such a powerful tool for filmmakers to use if you use it properly. And as a result, Max doesn't need to go out and do lots of outreach because brands come to him, they see his work on his Instagram page, it looks amazing, he fits the image they want, and therefore he gets to work with the things that he is the most passionate about. So simply ask yourself, are you using your Facebook and Instagram feeds properly? i.e. posting things that your audience are going to like, your future customers, or are you just posting things of what you've been up to at the weekend? Number 9 is having a show reel or a demo reel. These things are really important, and you don't need to just feature work from 2021 or 2020. You can feature just your best work. Now, we often will have lots of different show reels, and here's the real trick here. If you're approaching a business that's in the interior design industry, they don't want to be seeing your sports stuff. They just want to see an interior design show reel. So if you can break up your industries that you've got previous experience in into unique show reels, you're going to have a much better chance of success when you're actually outreaching to these clients. Of course, it's really nice to have a show reel that encompasses everything for your fans to see, for people who follow your pages, but just remember, try and split it up when you're talking about outreach methods to specific industries. Now, number 8, you need to make a website because more often than not, most people who you email or outreach to, they'll go and look at your Instagram page and then they'll look at your website or vice versa. If you don't have a website, it doesn't provide any credibility. You could be just a random person on a street, and as a business, I'm going to feel really uneasy about working with you if you don't even have a website. Now, another important thing is, while I'm here, is get your email updated too. Don't just have production company name or your name at hotmail or gmail.com. Don't have that. Have something professional. So it would be Ross at Perspective Studios, or your name followed by your production company name, or whatever it is, info at yourfullname.co.uk, or whatever it is. Make sure you have a professional looking email address because, again, it makes you look more legit and brands are going to want to work with you opposed to thinking that you're really sketchy. Now, 7 is networking. Now, you can actually attend networking events where you turn up and there's a room full of people who all have their own businesses too, and they're all looking to take their business to the next level. Now, can you grow someone's business through good, high quality video or photo content? Absolutely you can. So do you think there would be people in that room that would be after your services? Absolutely. So networking is a really good tool that you can use, but don't forget, you can always network when you're at a party. If you know someone who has their own business, or perhaps you get talking to someone and they are a decision maker within a business, that's a perfect networking opportunity. You might want to carry around a few business cards with you that you can hand out so that you've got your details, but most importantly, make sure you get their details, because a lot of times you hand out a business card and they never contact you and you don't have any idea of what that person's name was because months have passed by, or let alone what their contact details are. So make sure you get their details, put them into your phone, follow them on Instagram. But networking is a great opportunity for you to expand your horizons and meet new people. And once you start to build up a couple of people through that, they will then refer you to people that they know as well. But networking events are very much a give and take. So you also need to be on the lookout for how you can help their businesses in other ways other than just selling your your services. Providing value to those groups will definitely mean that you get a lot more value in return. I personally have had a lot of success through networking, and through my academy is something that I teach a lot of the students about doing as well, because it's a great environment for their businesses to grow and start to thrive, and ultimately you can get some bookings from it. So it's been something that's really helped us out, and that's why I'm sharing it with you now. Next up is LinkedIn. Now, I kept LinkedIn as a separate thing from Facebook and Instagram that I previously spoke about, because it's really important that you understand how LinkedIn works. Unlike Facebook, where you would only connect or follow friends and people you actually know, on LinkedIn it's another form of networking. So you can connect with anyone from any industry, and you can do a very simple search for a specific business, or you can join a group, or you can search for someone's name and it tells you what their job description is. Now remember, as a filmmaker, you want to speak to people who are marketing managers or business owners, key decision makers within those businesses with regards to creative output and what they might actually want. So just drop them a message. Ask to connect with them, send a little note just saying, hey, I'm looking to expand my network at the moment in time. And don't forget, these are real people on the other end. So don't send them an email instantly selling your services. Would you walk up to someone in a street and just start to sell them your services? Of course you wouldn't. So don't do that on LinkedIn. Start to provide value, post really nice content that's tailored towards that more professional demographic. And that's where you're gonna have a lot of success if you're posting regularly on LinkedIn and outreaching to these people, talking to them, getting to know about their businesses, seeing if there's any opportunities for you both to collaborate. Now, if you found any of these tips useful so far, please do hit the subscribe button, leave a comment. If you want me to go into more detail about anything that I mentioned today, I'm happy to do a video on it, but I just need to know that from you guys as well. We're trying to build a community where we give more away for free than most people would have you pay for. So if you want to be involved in that, hit the subscribe button. Let me know what you think in the comments as well. It'll be greatly appreciated. Okay, up at number 5 is probably a bit of a curveball, and it's to get a part-time or salaried job. And now this is something that gets overlooked, I think, a lot of the time, because the norm is that you start up on your own as a freelance filmmaker and you're freelance from day one. And a lot of people aspire to be a full-time filmmaker, and that's completely fine. It's achievable, and there's lots of ways that you can do that. You can apply a lot of these strategies all together, and you're gonna have the best chance of success. But a lot of people overlook how important it is to sometimes have a job, whether it's part-time or full-time as well. If you're in the industry, then you'll be gaining experience. If you're working for a production company, you'll be able to understand how that business operates before you go and do it yourself. Or you can be doing something else on the side just to help pay those monthly bills, and then work on what you're really passionate about in your spare time. And this is a great little technique for you to actually be able to grow your own business without much risk to you at all. So if you've got a part-time job that's paying for your bills, perhaps it's paying for your rent on your property, or it's paying for your beer money at the weekend, whatever it is that you decide to spend your money on, if you're doing that and then able to grow a business on the side, it's going to put you in a really good position moving forward. So don't overlook the importance of actually having a part-time job if you need the extra cash, because there's nothing worse than starting your own business and then being really worried if you're even going to make any money by the end of the month. Tip number 4 is all about passive income. So how you can make money without even having to lift a finger. And the best way to do that is by using stock websites. There's tons and tons of stock websites where you can upload your content to. And every time someone uses that for a project and they pay that website for it, you get a kickback from that. So they will give you a percentage of that amount that that person has paid that goes straight into your bank account. And that's a great feeling. If you're sitting there with your feet up at the weekend watching the football and all of a sudden 10, 15, 20, £100 hits your bank account, that's great. You haven't had to work hard for that. We all work on projects where we shoot thousands and thousands of video clips, and by all means don't upload all of those, but there's going to be at least 10 shots that are really bespoke and really nice looking shots. You all know that feeling when you shoot something that's really nice that you've worked hard for. Take those clips, upload them to stock sites. Obviously, if you're doing it as part of a project, then seek permission first, but upload it to a stock site, and then if someone downloads it, great. You're getting extra money and you're getting paid without really having to do anything at all. And that's a great way to make some extra cash for your business. So now we're getting into the top 3. Again, if you've liked this video, please smash that subscribe button. We would greatly appreciate it. And if you want more detail about any of the tips I brought up today, then just let me know in the comments below. I'd be more than happy to reply or do a whole new video on something that you need help with. That's the whole reason we started this channel, is to provide the most value to you that's going to help you get from where you are now to where you want to be in the shortest amount of time. So tip number 3 is referral programs. These are so important, and they're also known as affiliate programs too. So for people with existing businesses who already have some clients at the moment, you should be running a referral program where you say to that client, if you refer me to someone that you know and they book a job with me, they book a project with me, then I'm going to give you an extra filming day, or I'm going to give you £100. And you need to start to think about, how much is a client worth to you? One client over the period of a year, how much money are they going to spend with you? If they're going to spend £10,000 with you, then really every time someone refers you a client and they secure that deal, if that's giving you £10,000, then you should probably give them £1,000. That's going to be a great incentive to take your existing network and able to grow it very fast overnight, to almost double it. Referrals are so strong as well, because if I trust you, I'm going to trust the person that you're referring to me, and that's how it works from a client point of view. So if they refer you to someone who needs some video content, they're obviously going to come and work with you. They're not necessarily going to phone around 100 filmmakers looking for the best price, because if you've come as a recommendation, trust me, it works in your favor hugely. So have a look at some referral programs, some affiliate programs. What can you do to your existing clients to make them, to incentivize them into referring you to people that they know in businesses as well? Now, number 2, if you are well seasoned and you know filmmaking, you've been in it for a while, perhaps you've been a freelancer, or you have your own company, and you're thinking of new opportunities, you need to look at multiple streams of income. So that might be taking what you know in your knowledge base and start to teach it to other people. Set up a YouTube channel and start getting paid from YouTube, or get some affiliate deals or brand deals. Maybe you want to set up an online coaching platform where you can actually help people who are struggling with things that you did. Because if you struggled with it, 99% of the time, there's a million other people that are struggling with exactly the same things. So if you think you can help someone, perhaps go into teaching. We've already mentioned about the stock websites as a multiple stream of income, a very passive stream of income that you don't need to do anything about. But start to think about, is there anything else? Perhaps you know how to run Facebook adverts, and actually that would be really handy for some of your clients. Perhaps you've just bought a brand new drone and now you can start to offer drone work or photography work in addition to your standalone social content work or your filmmaking work. What can you offer that provides you with multiple streams of income? And I've just given you a few ideas there, all things that we implement within our businesses, and every time we add a new string to our bow, we see our sales skyrocket, we get new clients, and that feeds everything else as well. So it's a really great concept. Think about, how else can I help my customers? And finally, guys, down to tip number 1. So this is the strategy that we used to grow our business very quickly. And the reason we did that is because we had a consistent cash flow. We had a constant stream of work, and we knew where that next job was coming from. We didn't have to wait around not knowing when that next job would come, or even having to work with agencies who were perhaps undercutting us. We could get the clients directly, and therefore we knew when the people would come. And we used a system called the RCP system, and effectively it works as kind of a package deal or a retainer system. Now, I've done a whole online free training about this, and I will leave the link in the description below. I would suggest that you check that out. The training is around about an hour long, and I go into so much detail, even down to my outreach strategies that I use for Instagram that you can copy and paste and use yourself. And I explain exactly how this system works. But for the benefit of you guys now, I'm going to summarize it very quickly within about a minute or so. And the best way to explain it is it's like a bulk package discount. So you give them, let's say, 12 filming days to use up across the year in return for X amount of money. Now, you're not going to charge your usual day rates. You're going to give them a slight discount, and I go into lots of reasons why in my free training. But this is a great concept, and some of you might think, well, every project's different. Well, it doesn't matter, because you give them an allowance, and that's why it works so well. And I've also had a few comments from people saying that clients don't want to be locked in. That is far from the truth. Clients do want to just work with one person. They want to make their life as simple as possible. They don't want to phone up 5 filmmakers every single time they've got a video project to get the best person for the job. They just want to go to one person. And the reason that is also really good for their brands is because it provides a really nice, uniform, consistent style across their business. We all have different filming styles, different filming techniques. So if I'm a business and I get one person to film this thing, one person to film the next thing, etc., etc., my brand's gonna look all over the place. And clients love this because it's a good system that's win-win for both of you. It provides you with a consistent cash flow. It provides you with a predictable income of work every single month so that you have a good understanding of what your business is doing. Now, if you don't have those things, it makes it very difficult to grow your business because you have no idea how much money you've got coming in and where that next job is coming from. If that does sound like something that you want to learn more about, then like I said, I will leave the link in the description below. So make sure you check out that free training. Just pick a time that suits you, sign up, and you'll have all the information that you need to get started on these RCP retainer systems. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. There's been so many key strategies that you can use. And even if you just take away a couple of these, you'll definitely notice some changes within your business. But hopefully you can implement all of these, certainly the RCP system, and you're gonna start to see some dramatic positive changes to your business. Until the next time, peace.